So, you wanna know how to pass any bill in the dark assembly in Disgaea, right? Okay, there are two ways to do it. The first is by bribing the senators to approve your request, making them more likely to approve future bills. The second way? If they deny your request, you can choose to force them to approve it. How do you do that, you ask? Of course, by beating them to death, that's how! But you already know this. So you're probably wondering how to get them to approve your request without having to fight them every time. And you need to know this because brute forcing the Dark Assembly is not an option in the early game. Even if you've been grinding with the Dark World on Axel mode, it's still not enough to prepare you for this. I mean, you could, but you'd be farming forever on this way. It's faster to make the senators love you instead. Alright, with that said, it's time to share some tips and knowledge about the Dark Assembly. First, let me explain why bribing and making the senators love you is better than just fighting them, even if you have a strong party. 1. They approve your requests faster. Having to battle them makes the process slower and longer. 2. You can do it early in the game. 3. Because I said so. I have no idea why this is on the script, just forget about it. The second important thing to know is that senators have different levels of affection towards you, known as senator disposition. There are 11 levels, 5 positive, 5 negative and 1 neutral. I'm showing the approval percentage for each level on the screen. The third key point is how to make them more favorable toward your requests. Instead of explaining a bunch of abstract concepts, let's jump straight into action. First, let's fill our inventory with candy, drinks, fairy dust and thief hands, the cheapest ones we can find. You don't need to buy the expensive ones, cheap items work just fine. Next, we select this bill, Raise Military Funds. It's the most hated bill among senators, and also the cheapest. We don't actually need to pass it, we are just here to bribe the senators. This is where I need to explain how they react to items. Here, you can see how each senator feels about the items in your inventory. I recommend checking who the strongest senators are and bribing them first. Only give items when you see must have or interested. I also suggest bribing your favorite parties first. What? You don't know what parties are in the Dark Assembly? Basically, they are determined by the type of monster, like Wood Golem Party, Mothman Party, Orc Party, etc. The best first parties to bribe and turn into your allies are exactly these 3, in that order. They are easy to bribe, and you'll probably get of them to love your requests. And yes, even if they deny your bill, their disposition remains. Senators remember when you make them like you. Their affection points determine their disposition level on future bills. And this even carries over into a new cycle after you beat the game. Now, you're probably asking a few things, so let me answer some common questions. How many times do I need to go to the Raise Military Funds bill? The answer? A bunch of times. Keep going until you don't need to do it anymore. You'll start to see results after having your requests denied around 10 times or more. The goal is to make them like you. It takes time, but, as I said, they remember. And eventually, they will start approving your requests on their own. What about Baciel, Holy Dragon, Ghost Parties, and Legendary Senators? As I said before, your focus should be on Wood Golem, Mothman, and Orc Senators. Getting them to love you is usually enough for the more simple builds, such as unlocking new classes or unlocking extra items on General Store. But if you want to win over the others in order to approve the hardest builds, for example, unlocking Cave of Ordeals or extra super bosses, here's how. Ghost Party. Easiest to get along with, just bribe them. But some of them sleep, so you will need to wake them up using bombs. These aren't available in the general store. You can only get them from the Bonus Gauge or the Item World's Bribery Specialist store. Good luck farming them. When you use a bomb, the ghost gets angry, so make sure to bribe it afterward to keep it friendly. Bestial Party. Also easy to bribe, but they are drunk. Even if they like your items, there's a high chance they still get mad at you. The best way to handle them is to give them medicine first, then bribe them. Medicine is then obtained the same way as bombs, so, again, good luck farming them. Holy Dragons. More like holy dragons. They are the worst. Why? Simple. They don't accept bribes since they see themselves as noble high paladins or something stupid like that. They already hate you, so just get used to it. Actually, there is a way to make them more friendly, but I'll explain that later. Legendary Senators. They appear randomly, and there are 4 of them. Ares. Punches nearby senators, taking away their votes since they were sent to space. Morpheus. Puts some random senators to sleep, their votes are cancelled. Venus. Makes nearby senators love her, denying their free will and vote with her. Tengen. Has the strongest vote influence of all. You can bribe all of them like normal senators, except for Tengen. He demands specific items. If you don't give him what he wants, swords, armor, shoes, etc., he will always vote against you. He is a real pain to deal with. Special bribing items. Now, let's talk about 2 specific items. Angel Cake. All senators, except Holy Dragons and Tengen, are always interested on them. Gold Bar. Same as Angel Cake, but they are always must-have. Where do you find them? Of course, only in Bonus Gauge and the Item Words Bribing Store. Other ways to increase affection. Bribing is the key to pass any bill, but there are, actually, 2 other ways to increase a senator's affection. Using a character with felonies. Senators are more likely to approve requests from characters with high felony counts. But keep in mind that this effect is temporary. Using cell phones. If you get a cell phone from a specific party, using it in battle will increase that party's affection toward you. Hold on, I made a mistake. Actually, you can't use these cell phones in battles. You can only use them on the main map, the base, by using it 2 times in your inventory. I'm sorry for my mistake. Let's continue the video. Having felonies and using cell phones of Holy Dragons party is the only method I know that can make them your allies. There's a lot more to cover about the Dark Assembly, like Adel as a Senator, Item Assembly, Dark Assembly in the Land of Carnage, and other advanced topics, but I think that's enough for today's video. I hope my tips are helping you on your journey to become the Tyrant Overlord that you deserve to be in Disgaea 2. You can call me a curious fellow and see you next time.